G'day.
G'day! Welcome back to another video, guys. We hope you're ready for this week's episode because we are embarking on an epic adventure across the Nullarbor. Let's get into it.
All right. Wow, this isn't the stop we were planning on taking. If the bonnet up gives you a bit of a clue and the flashing light, we just heard a rattle and a shake and the engine turned off. All right, so we've just registered for the world's longest golf course. Was it 1,700 odd kilometers long?
1,635 kilometers to be specific.
Yep, par 72.
Par 72, 18 holes, one hole at each participating town or roadhouse. Ben's gonna play the Nullarbor Links. We'll see how he goes.
First hole is Ceduna.
Yeah, 2 holes at Ceduna, Oyster Beds and Denial Bay.
Par 5, 485 meters. See if I can get this in under 10. Let's go, baby.
Alrighty. Absolutely glorious day for a hit of golf, hey Ben?
Ripper.
It's just started raining. Thunderstorms are scheduled today.
I better get this lightning rod up quick, smart.
Was it a good one? It was very average, apparently. I suppose I'll carry your other clubs as the caddy. What are we calling this? It's definitely not a green.
Black.
The black.
So at Ceduna, they got sand greens. The black sand looks like volcano ash. I think I'm meant to rake before I putt. Can you comment below if that's correct? Because that's what I'm going to do today.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I think that's right. You rake your line and then you putt into it. So comment below if that's correct.
Oh, she's close. So we're on for 4. This will be 5. Very nice. You just did a par 5, so this one should be a breeze. Is that how it works?
Yeah. At least I can see the hole on this one. It's only 370 meters, this one. Relatively straight, crosswind right to left. So I normally hook right to left. So that's just gonna.
So we're gonna be back on one.
I'm gonna be back on hole number 1.
Great.
Unfortunately, the wind never came. And so my ball just went over onto the footy oval on the other side of the fence. I don't think I can get over there.
How about you do like pub pool rules and just bring the ball in immediately?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
To the left. Because that's a pretty reasonable shot, yeah? Very nice.
5 with the drop, unfortunately.
Now the Nullarbor Plain is 1,200 kilometres long and stretches between Ceduna in South Australia all the way over to Norseman in Western Australia. Now this vast, flat, almost treeless expanse covers an area approximately 200,000 square kilometres. So just to put that into perspective, that is larger than the whole of the United Kingdom. It was in 1867 that a South Australian government surveyor, while surveying here, gave the area the name Nullarbor, from the Latin words nullus arbor, meaning no trees. The highway, initially built out of necessity during World War II, wasn't always the smooth, sealed road that we see today. The first motor car actually crossed the Nullarbor Plain in 1912, but the push to seal the air highway didn't occur until 1960. The Western Australian section was sealed around 1969, but it wasn't until 1976 that the South Australian section was sealed. So we're pretty lucky today because, you know, back in the day, people did it pretty tough to cross this area.
I tell you, one of the best roads, and we've only driven what, 10 k's west of Ceduna so far, but it is one of the best roads I've driven on in about 5 years. It is, the GoPro stabilizes it a bit, but the zero potholes. I can honestly say I have not seen a pothole on here.
Well, not yet. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and the difference between the Hume Freeway between Melbourne and Albury is just night and day. It is atrocious, yet this road looks like it was laid a year ago. And fantastic. So if you got nothing to do, come for a drive. Where the hell are we?
We're at Penong Windmill Museum, and this opened in September 2016, and it's proved to be a fairly popular tourist attraction, getting something around 40,000 people visiting in its first year alone, and on a good day it gets up to 100 folks coming to visit. And it's got about 20 or so donated and restored windmills. Now the star of the ensemble would have to be the 35-foot comet, of which there were only 15 ever made and only 2 erected outside of Queensland. So this one was found in South Australia, and it was relocated here with the help of 2 semi-trailers and a bunch of other heavy-duty equipment. And it was named Big Bruce after the donor of the windmill, Mr. Bruce Nutt.
You're kidding. Bruce Nutt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Missed an opportunity to call that Big Nut.
Now, Big Bruce was capable of drawing water from 500 feet and could pump up to 250,000 gallons of water, or over 1 million litres of water in a day, which is pretty good for old technology.
That's a lot of water. I'd fill up the Caravan a few times over. Right, this has got us heading off from the tee. The picture says up over the tree. Bullshit. Bullshit. That is into the trees, is what I'm calling.
Baby, I believe in you.
Into the trees. Another short one into the second row of trees. So that'll be 2. 3 will be short. 4 onto the green. This looks like a green. 4, 5, 6 into the hole. I'm calling 6 on a par 4, 205 metres. Let's go.
Shit, you got it over the trees. Well, nice, in the dirt. Who's the rando on the course up there? Oh, you nearly hit someone watching the, taking a picture of the windmill.
Did I? That's hilarious.
Do you think that person knows they're on a golf course?
Probably not.
We're on for 3, and it's a par 4. You feeling the pressure?
No, this is an easy in. This is a gimme. Probably don't even need to take a shot.
Oh God, I hope you get it now, otherwise you're going to look like a right twit.
You're right.
Oh, bum bum. All right, 5 on a par 4. All right, so we took the short drive from Penong down what's been affectionately named Watermellon Avenue to Lake McDonald. However, we were unlucky. We weren't able to catch the lake at its best. It is a pink lake, or it has a pink lake, and yeah, we didn't see any pink today. So we'll try again on our return trip in a few weeks' time, and we'll see whether we have any better luck. So back on the road.
Trying to work out why it's called Watermellon Avenue. Haven't worked that out yet.
Because I think the other side of the road is often more of a green than a blue. So you've got the green skin of the watermelon and then the pink flesh.
Very creative.
Yeah, I'll try and find a picture to drop in so you guys can appreciate what it looks like on its best day versus what it looked like today.
Can you show me?
Sure. last night on the Nullarbor called Kidnippy.
Yeah, you heard that right. Kidnippy.
Yeah, and we were the only ones there, which I was quite surprised at because it was quite a nice little rest stop.
Check out this drone footage. It's pretty empty.
So yeah, just obviously as you can see, a bit of a bushland setting. No rubbish for as far as we could see, but there was a bit of broken glass.
Nice and quiet. There was a couple of trucks pulled up, but
yeah,
they're not an issue.
A little bit of road noise, but
yeah,
once we were asleep, you know, I didn't wake up to it.
No, and the road is very quiet at night. Obviously, everyone wants to get off, get away from the wildlife.
Yeah. So another beautiful day today. So we'll see you at our first stop.
All right. Wow, this isn't the stop we were planning on taking. If the bonnet up gives you a bit of a clue and the flashing light, we just heard a rattle and a shake, and the engine turned off. Only 20 minutes up the road from where we took off, and pulled over. Had a bit of a look under the bonnet, and we can see a bit of oil splatter up and around, which isn't a good sign. I know nothing about motors, about as much as Michelle does about engines and motors. And a lovely chap from Melbourne pulled over with his wife to have a look, and he goes, that's not a good sign. But he didn't know much more than we did. He knew a little bit more, but not much more. And while we were doing that, RAA or RACV or whatever they're called here happened to turn up, stuck his head under the bonnet and said, oh yep, that's a sign of a blown motor right there. So about 100 kilometers shy of 100,000 kilometers on this car, the motor has blown. So don't think we're going to make it into WA. A few hundred kilometers short. So
stay tuned
to see what happens. The tow truck driver's going back to organise a truck and a trailer and another driver.
It's currently 10:30. He thinks he might be able to get back here by 4 p.m.
See how we go. So it's going to be a long day here.
It's gonna be a long day.
All right, talk to you soon. Car's in warranty, so talk to Ford. They'll obviously be able to help us. So I've just spoken to Ford Port Augusta, which is the closest Ford, and he said you need to call Ford roadside assistance. We can't help you until you get the car here. Yeah, okay, so just to confirm, you'll come and get the car from wherever the car is. That's no worries, that's easy. Anywhere, you'll get that. Yep, and the van, you'll collect up to $250 worth of towing, and then it's up to us. Yeah, so basically...
So with the recovery,
yep.
RACV will cover the full cost of the tow, and you're entitled to $2,400 in benefits, which pays for your accommodation, hire car, and passenger transport.
So a bit's unfolded since we last spoke to you. I think it's two days since we were last on the camera. Our car has been towed away. It was put on a tow truck and carted off to what's the city called that we're
the
at?
Penong local depot.
Yep. So it's down there, and RACV have accepted that it's a blown motor, and they're going to tow that back home to Albury somehow. They'll organise a backloading truck from Perth, most likely, heading over to Victoria. So the car's gone. We're obviously in our caravan. It was towed back by the same company here to the Penong Caravan Park. It's going to be parked up here for a couple of days while we go on a bit of an adventure. RACV Total Care, been fantastic, by the way.
Highly recommend. Make sure you get the top cover of any state insurance road assistance that you can get.
So they're shipping us via plane from Ceduna Airport on a little Rex plane. They're going to send us back to Adelaide in South Australia. They did offer to send us home, but we've been gifted a lifeline by some family members of ours who have a car that they're offered to lend us for the remainder of our trip. Yeah, so the family are bringing a car over to Adelaide. They'll meet us there tonight when we land at the airport. We'll grab that car and then make our journey back along the air highway here to Penong Caravan Park and grab the caravan and try and get past where we got stuck at on Friday. So
it's now Sunday.
It's Sunday, yep, so a couple of days.
So we obviously have to make the 9-hour journey from Adelaide back here to Penong in order to then try and pick up where we left off. So yeah, we're hoping to be back onto some sort of schedule by Tuesday. So RACV Total Care have covered our nights here at Penong Caravan Park on a powered site here and an additional 2 nights so that the van can sit on the powered site kind of from a safety perspective of our food in the fridge freezer. They've paid for transport of us from Penong, the 70 k's east to Ceduna, and obviously the flight from Ceduna to Adelaide, and they're putting us up for a night in Adelaide additional to that. So yeah, RACV have been wonderful, and as we've said, highly recommend that you go the top cover in your state. Obviously RACV have organised a bunch of stuff through RAA. We're in South Australia at the moment, but yeah, has paid for itself multiple times over. The other thing that we would have to say is we thank our past selves for purchasing the Starlink Mini, because we would have been in more of a dire strait given where we broke down if we had not had the Starlink. We were obviously able to plug the Starlink in immediately to call RACV, that put us through to RAA to start the ball rolling. So again, Starlink, I feel, paid itself off.
Not affiliated with paid
and we're not sponsored, obviously. We're not sponsored by anything. But yeah, sorry. That was brilliant.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to make the call. We would have had to wave people down and try and get someone to help us out. So yeah, Sunday today, about to get on the plane to head to Adelaide. There won't be much to film between us leaving here and going all the way back to Adelaide, coming back around to Penong to pick up the caravan. So we might not see you unless anything really exciting happens. But
which hopefully it doesn't.
Had enough excitement for a few days.
So hopefully the next time you see us, we are back on the road, again. New tow vehicle with the van, and we'll be back on the Nullarbor heading west. So fingers and toes crossed. Hopefully we see you soon.
Talk soon.
Bye.